I enjoyed most from my degree. I think the thing I've enjoyed most is meeting people from a wide range of places and who are at different skill levels. When I came in, I wasn't sure whether production was the right side of theatre that I was going to stick with. I thought I'd be performing instead. But coming in with the, I guess, what I thought was limited skills compared to other people, and then being able to learn from them as we did our classes together, that was really valuable. And just getting to meet people who had, you know, maybe a bit more performance experience, maybe a bit more sound design experience, and everyone just combining their interests and everyone sharing their knowledge, that was really special, just being in that environment.
Yeah, pretty similarly. Like I think one of the best parts about VCA is just meeting other people and getting to learn from them. I've enjoyed the really close connections I've made with other people in my course. Being able to be friends with pretty much, like, it's a very small, we only have about 16 people in our class, so you know everyone, you know the kind of stuff that they make. And so being able to make those connections is so great, especially in my career. You know, having these connections that you know, how you work with people, and being able to come out of this degree, you know, ready to work with these people, or even, you know, work with your lecturers is so exciting.
Something that I was surprised about when I started my course was the amount of freedom we get to do things that we like and that we're strong in, and the amount of trust that our lecturers have in us that we can work hard within our parameters but still be able to share our own ideas. They're really big on, you know, us having open conversations, and the stuff that we're studying in our theory component is really provocative, and they're really welcoming of people to share their different perspectives and views. And then when it comes to our modules, our assignments, things that we're making together, they want you to think really big and you can do anything, which is really fantastic. And it's a big departure from high school, where it was stay in this box. There's maybe 2 other people who are interested in this and you will follow the rules. But being a VCA, everyone's just incredibly creative and you can just be whoever you want to be.
Yeah, I think 2 of the biggest surprising things for me about film and television was, one, how much I actually felt motivated. I'd never really considered myself a workaholic. But yeah, I don't know, I think it's just the resources that you get and the environment that you're in, and the encouragement that you get, it really does really inspire you to work hard. You really do get out of it how much you put in. So, you know, it was coming out of that high school mentality of, yeah, just following the rules and just getting the marks just so you can pass, whatever. And then getting to VCA and being told, don't worry so much about your grades, focus on making what you want to make, and something have that learning experience. I think that is so unique, and it's something I really do love about the course. If you're really passionate and ready to work hard, definitely just give it a go. I know I was so intimidated when I found out how 200, 400 people apply for it, but only 16, 17 people get into film and television. But seriously, just give it a shot. Not the end of the world if you don't get in, but yeah, if you're ready to work hard and you're passionate about storytelling, you know, what's there to lose?
Yeah, similar to Nick, it can be so intimidating to hear about the stats and the numbers and only know a handful of people who've gotten into it, and that can scare a lot of people off. But you will only know if you try. So apply for lots of different things. I applied for 3 different VCA courses, and I got into the one that I wasn't expecting to get into, and I don't regret it at all. So if you, I knew I wanted to work in theatre, and so I applied for the theatre degrees, and I didn't get what I thought I was going to get, but I'm here now and I'm loving it and it's amazing. And I'm working with a group of people that I would never have met if I didn't. And once you get in there, you kind of forget that you're part of a really elite, not elite, but very hand-picked group. Once you're there, you kind of realize that, oh, you're not all I've been doing theatre for ages. Everyone's really different and has their own level of experience, but you do realize that you're all there for the same reason. And once you accept that, then you can move on and you're fine and you just enjoy being there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a learning thing. They don't expect you to come in the best at your craft.
Yes.
they know that you're not,
You're there to learn.
Yeah, you're there to learn.
It's a school.
And like, especially with like equipment and stuff like that, I think maybe some people think they have to have like the best equipment. I know people that started like first year last year with only an iPhone, and like that's what they shot with. So I don't think that you have to like, have the best visuals. It's all about like the storytelling and the passion and ready to work with other people. And that's like the key things.
I guess location is really good. I know of people that are coming in by train and it takes them hours to get to VCA every morning. But also, I don't know, you come back here at the end of the day. I always like talking about what I learned, and it's nice to come back and, I don't know, talk about history and art and theatre and stuff. I don't know, I guess having your own space to set up and do whatever planning or drawing or building you need to do is good. There's always the option to take away lunch, so you don't have to buy it on campus. I don't know, there's plenty of support. It's nice to come back at the end of a long day to people who are hanging out in the beige or the JCR, and yeah, it's just, I guess the support when you come home is nice because it can be grueling.
Yeah, obviously I think, one of the benefits we don't get is JCH is very good like tutorial program, but one of the benefits I think is being engrossed in such like a huge community of academic people. I think people who only make films about filmmaking can be very boring. So, I get to learn all these amazing things and be inspired by people. And I have been like inspired by things I've just overheard at dinner and then been like, that's really interesting. I want to write about that. So yeah, I think like just being engrossed in like all these different people, like obviously VCA people are very cool, but you get a bit more diversity coming to college. And yeah, and also like in some ways you can, like, even if you don't have tutorials, you can have consults if you've got like an essay you need to write and you don't know how to write. You do have that kind of support there as well.
Yeah, I guess following on for that, it can get really overwhelming when you're working with the same small group of people for like a lot of hours in the day. So to come back and to have people who either don't care about what you do or like you just have no interest in it and you're not having to think about that aspect all the time, that's really refreshing.
Yeah, especially like also not having to cook for yourself after like
oh my god.
Just being able to come home and be like, okay, cool, there's food.
Exactly.
Don't have to think about it.
Totally. I chose JCH predominantly because it was a small college and I was coming from a small town. I didn't know anyone. I just wanted to come to a small environment where I knew I would make a lot of friends. And JCH being, like, I knew that it was more welcoming, more kind, just a bit more gentle than the other colleges. I wasn't here to party because I knew that my workload would be really stressful. So I wanted somewhere that was small and contained and I could just do my thing and everyone would be nice. And they had a good scholarship program, and yeah, I just enjoyed the environment.
Yeah, I have a kind of funny story. I had seen some of the other colleges in person, but being from New South Wales, I didn't really know any of the cultures or anything like that. And I hadn't seen JCH in person. And so when I was selecting colleges, like I hadn't really planned to go to a college. My parents really wanted me because being from interstate, they were kind of worried about me being alone or like, I don't know. They just thought that like a college was a bit more integrated in terms of a community. And so I think I was just like looking at the JCH website and I saw the thing about like over 50% of students get scholarships. And I saw the thing about like, the history as like a feminist college. And I was like, sure, why not? Number one, let's go. I'm so glad that I did choose it though. Like, I think within like the first week during W week, our orientation week, I was like, okay, I definitely made the right choice. So even though I kind of stumbled across it, I'm so glad that I did. And, obviously like it enough to be here for another year.